But
Yo, yo. It's your boy Rob,
G.
Gio. Real talk, real views. We
Sir.
got not a special guest, but a new addition to the Real Talk, Real Views
Welcome to the
podcast.
family. Welcome to
Welcome
the
to the
family.
fam, Mr. Andy Calix. He got the realest G, sexy
Ace!
man hoodie up in here. Ace Fitness, if you didn't know.
Ace!
Ace Fitness, motherfuckers.
Wow. I
Yes, sir.
didn't expect that one right there.
Hey, yo, man, that's what it is. It stops when it comes to Andy. Ace.
All
Ace.
What's going on, yo? What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on? But yeah, man, we
Merch
we
coming
miss y'all.
soon.
Merch is coming soon.
Merch is
Yo.
coming soon.
That's
Give
the
your boy
plan.
your web. Give me the website at the end of the podcast. But yo, hope everybody's having a great night. Well, actually morning, because it's Thursday morning and we're doing this. Me and Joe both got off of work. Andy's over here. Yo, even with busy schedules, y'all, we still got to put on a show for y'all. And we doing it on the Zoom so y'all could know what your boy look like. And so, man, yeah. So, Joe, man, what's good with you, man? You got the fresh tape. You left me hanging, man. Bring your.
I didn't leave.
You
I didn't leave you hanging. You just didn't decide to get on board. That's all. That's
Give-
what you didn't get on
yo,
board.
just tell your barber to come fly out
He
to
charged
Kansas
like
real quick.
700.
Line me up real quick.
He'll fly out, but he charged 700.
700 if he has to fly out.
Yeah.
Also, you're telling me I have to pay for his ticket, his flight here and back. Shit. I just want to
No,
come.
but Andy's in Orlando. So he'll drive. That's gonna be like probably like 300.
Mm-hmm. Right, man.
Exactly.
Exactly. But yo, y'all. We got a couple good topics today. We are also gonna be sliding through the health. Andy's the health guru. So yeah, we'll be putting our boy to work. Got 3 good specific questions for him. But before we go to that, our first topic is gonna be about basically for the guys and I guess women, because there are some women that propose to men, right? If you guys don't know, that actually happens. But anyway, what the first topic is what questions do you ask yourself before taking that marriage step? And the first guy that I'm going to put on the stage, the platform, I'm putting him on blast first, and he can put me next, because my boy Andy is about to get married, y'all, in a couple months. This man is no longer going to be a free agent. The jersey is put up in the Raptors, and Andy is going to the Hall of Fame.
Oh, man.
So, yo, Andy, you about to take that big step. What was it about your girl that made you feel like you were ready to take that step in marriage? What happened? What clicked? Floor is yours.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, very good question. No, honestly, man, I would have to say for me, it was just besides the fact we've been together. I think when I proposed is that it was 6 years at that point, going on 7 right now, and so it was just one of those things where taking a step back, understanding, all right, what are all the things that she has done for me at this point? How has she made me better? Has she pushed me and challenged me, forced me to think a little bit different than the way I was thinking before, when I was saying, right? And to be 100% honest with you, man, she checked off all the boxes. And I think a lot of times for me, I think we talked about this on our earlier podcast when we was talking about just relationships in general, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was just one of those things in regards to the 80-20 rule, in which I feel like a lot of times when guys get caught up and they end up cheating, it's one of those things where they lose sight of what they have, which is the 80. But somebody that's real with them, somebody that's been there by their side, technically a ride or die. If they're a good girlfriend, but because they've been together for so long and they kind of got bored, they get eyes for like the flashy new car or a new female to go after them. You know what I'm saying? And so taking that into consideration when it came to Eureka, I was like, I don't want to lose her at all. Is she perfect? She's not perfect, nor am I. But it's one of those things where she has made me a better man. Brought me closer to God as well. It was just one of those things where, you know, I I had to humble myself and understand that, it's that time for me to take this relationship to the next level, man. And I feel like it's way past me regardless too. So about that time.
All right, yeah, man, I feel you. And like what you were saying about some guys get bored, and that's true. It can happen, but the way you prevent it, well, actually, you can't prevent it because it will happen. But what you have to do in that moment is you have to create. You gotta like create some type of intimacy. At that point, that's where your creativity has to kick in. Okay, what can I do to spice it up? For some people, some people they use sex toys. uh, some people they're like, hey, I'll make you a dinner in the house and I'll put rose petals on the floor and just leading you to a destination. It's just doing things like that outside of the box that will bring back that intimacy, and it'll bring back that intimacy a lot stronger than the previous intimacy was, because there's like levels to it. Sometimes you'll have that forever intimacy. Like, shoot, like y'all seen what just happened. Before we got on the podcast, I had to tell my woman to get out of here because yo, you come over here half naked, man. You know what my attention's gonna be, dog. It's locked in. Yo, Joe, you relate, and so many other guys relate, man. Your girl come half naked, you just like literally, you stop everything you do and you look at her like
I
as
mean,
if
you're
she's
not
a
lying though.
target,
You're
like
not
she's a
lying.
target or something. And the intimacy, man, is you always gotta keep flirting. Gotta keep flirting with each other. You gotta keep
No,
flirting with each other.
I,
Some
and I agree with my fault, Joe. I was gonna say I
no,
agree
you
with
get
that
it.
100%. I agree with that 100%. I think sometimes, and Eureka told me this too, especially like
Mhm.
in the Haitian culture, right?
Yeah.
He was saying how a man and a wife, they'll get together, they get together, they get married, and then normally when they have that first child or when they start having children, the attention is not on the children, and because of
Mhm.
that, the couple lose their sense of self. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, in terms of what they are. Because they're so focused on the children, they no longer date, if you will. I think that's what you're talking about. Even though you're married, you're still dating. You're
That's
still
exactly what
going
I was
out.
about to get into. That's what's crazy. I was just about to say that what I've heard
Yeah.
from a married man himself and a soon-to-be married man in a few months
Same.
is that when you get into these marriages, you have to act as though or be like as though like you're dating still. It has to constantly be dating, it has to constantly be flirting, it has to be literally like the butterfly stage throughout. Now there's gonna be times where it's down. It's just like a stock market. Like there's ups and downs, but the consistency throughout that market is what you're looking for. There's guys that are just looking for consistency. There's guys that are looking for intimacy. There's guys that are just looking for support financially. Like there's guys that are looking for girls in different spectrum and ways. Now, for Andy, I have a question, just a quick little question.
Mm.
You know how everybody is always saying, "Man, I knew she was the one from this," or "I knew I had to marry her right then and there." Bam. So that day where you just woke up, well, probably not waking up, but you kind of, you probably had that thought going through your head, like, oh, I need, I need to put a ring on this right now. When did that happen? When did that realization kick in? Yeah, when did that one kick in?
Oh man, that's a good one too.
Oh,
Here's the
man.
here's the unfortunate thing. So like me and my girl's story is very unique. Um, and this is kind of an unfortunate thing. So, and I'm being 100% transparent. It hit me. Um, it hit me while I was in the Marine Corps. For those that don't know, I served 4 years in the Marine Corps as a financial technician, right? And from the years 2014 to 2018. Um, And so I think this was around like 2015. Not even. I'll say like after boot camp. So 2014. I go to boot camp, and like she's still with me, right? I go to my first duty station, and like she's still there, being faithful to me. So it was just one of those things where it's like, yo, man, she's it. But at the same time, and here's how where our relationship is kind of like a little bit complicated for me, right? We never spent, prior to that point, we never spent more than 1 week together. What I mean by that is, I was in Miami when I met her. She was always in Orlando. Like, she had family in Miami, so that's when she would come down, and that's when I would meet her. That's how I met her and everything like that. But when we started dating, I was still in Miami. She was still in Orlando. So I go to the Marine Corps, more distance, right? More distance,
Yeah.
more distance, more distance. And so it was just one of those things where for me, I honestly felt like, you know what, I want to marry this girl. But I feel like I don't know this girl. And to a certain degree, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know her in her space. And so
Yeah.
it was just one of those things where I was like, all right, for me to make this next move, I want to spend at least a year where she's at, see how she is, see how she moves, interact with her family in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Uh,
and really like, in the Bible it says that. In the Bible it says when a man finds a wife, he leaves his father and his mother. I just took that step a little earlier, but being a boyfriend, but it was just one of those things where I just wanted to see how she was in her space and how can I fit within her space, right? Um, and so yeah, this is where I'm at now. And so that year went on and went by, and unfortunately, it was just one of those things where the finances wasn't right. And so now because the finances are a little bit better, even through the COVID, it was just one of those things where we're trying to get this marriage started. And like I said before, it's going on 7 years now that we've been together. And I knew for a while, like her, that we were gonna be together. It's overdue. That's it.
long
It's
overdue.
overdue.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, man, Andy, dog, like that. You're definitely not lying about that, man. That's literally how it is. You have those moments. Like I remember for me, my day when I knew that my wife was the one was when she was driving out 2 hours to come see me, and I didn't have a job.
Mm.
I was probably at the lowest point in my life, the lowest point in my life, and she was driving out to see me. She was still in love with me. Like that's when I was like, okay, because the only way for you to tell if she's the one is she gonna be with you when you're at your lowest. A lot of women are with you, or guys are with a person only when they're at their highest. But somebody who is gonna stick with you forever is somebody that is with you whether you're at your highest or your lowest, both. But lowest especially though, I give lowest more points because that's when you really see their true colors. Are they with you for just money? Are they with you for just pleasure? Are they with you because you spoil them with a lot of stuff? Are they with you because you give them a certain connect? Or are they using you? There's just a lot that you see in the dark, basically. Like they're like so I would say, in the dark days, like that's usually when you could see if you're with the right person. Like I said, when she was driving out 2 hours to see me, I was like, damn, my ex wouldn't do that. Here she is
Mm-hmm.
busting her ass to come see me in my town, and she's making excuses on why she can't see me
Yeah.
with the money that I gave her to buy her fucking car.
No, that's
I'm
three
crazy.
trying to
But
thousand dollars.
I'm
I
trying
want I
to
want
think because
I want to add on to that real quick though. So,
oh
um, and I think that's another thing about Eureka, man. That's so special because it was just one of those things. Like when I moved here, when I mean she, man, my fault, yeah. Uh, yeah,
Oh,
when I
you good?
like
You good, dog?
she did not hesitate. She immediately moved to support me and make sure that I was squared away. Like again, I don't know anybody. The only person that I knew here was her. And I'm like the type of person that I am, I try not to I forgot
Socialize?
the terms freeload. Freeload. So it's like,
Oh.
okay, so like
You had the
say
wrong word, dog.
By a long
but
shot.
man. But no. So it was just one of those things where it's like I didn't want to overstep my boundaries. Like but she made sure that I was well taken care of, like found me a place to stay. Cause I'm not even going for it. I kind of came here abruptly. It was just one of those things where I got a job here, not having a place to stay though. I had a job here. I told her like that very next day, I'm driving up to stay in Miami, stay in Orlando because I start on Wednesday. But I did not have a
Mm-hmm.
place to stay. So telling her that information, she talked to her dad. Her dad let me stay at their place for a little bit. Couldn't stay there though. And I understand, I respect that. So
Yeah.
in that time frame they found me my first official place to stay. Got me a little room, everything like that, and it's like through her they took care of me. And then like from the jump, she would ask me
Mm-hmm.
like, "Are you hungry? I made you this meal before. I made you this meal." She goes to see it. She normally goes to work early in the morning. She would drive to my place, even the meal that she made. I didn't ask her to do none of that. She just did that. And
Mm-hmm.
like that's her instinct. And so it was just one of those things where, yeah, man, it's
God.
you see it through that. You see the potential of the
God.
wife. You see the potential of the wife,
Mm-hmm.
and for ladies, the husband through the actions that they do. And
Right.
it's like she proved it time and time again. Every single time.
Yeah. Very similar to up here. Like before I moved up here, when I was me and my wife, our relationship was an hour, no, 2 hours away
Mm.
for a little bit until I got done with college. She showed me KC. I'm not from here. I'm from Miami. So she's showing me Kansas City. She's like, oh, this is this spot. Here's this spot, and we were building continuity with each other. We both have a deep love for R&B music. Connect on that level, R&B music, and yeah, and she had kids. I was in that situation where I was with somebody who had two kids already,
Yeah.
and so some guys they wouldn't do it. But I'm just talking to the guys that are in that current position. It's something to get used to, like especially if you're one of those guys, you may want those kids to call you dad at some point because that's what you're doing. You are taking care of them as if they are your own, but you got to remember they're going to do it in their timing, and you have to be patient with that. You just have to keep doing the good deeds over and over and over and over again, and believe it or not, kids will come around. I had to learn how to be patient because I would remember when they would be around their dads, they would treat me a little different. And I'm like, yo, you were just hugging on me. But when they got around their real dads, they just got scared. They wouldn't do it because they felt like they were not showing their real father's loyalty if they were to do that. But what's crazy as they've grown, because both of them are like, one is 9 and the other one is 8. Now they show me love in front of their dads. It doesn't even bother them anymore. It used to break my heart. I'm like, yo, I just got up early in the morning. I fed this kid breakfast. I gave you baths. I took you to David Buster's. Fuck, why are you acting like I don't even exist? And there's guys that are going through what I went through, but I promise you, if you remain humble, you remain, positive. But here's the thing: doing a lot of good deeds, like I learned this from Randy, doing a lot of good deeds without expecting nothing in return, they'll come around.
All right.
Just doing good deeds and not expecting nothing in return, those kids will appreciate you. Like, these girls absolutely love me now. I mean, just they see it. But when you're brand new into this, it's gonna be a little confusing at first. You don't have to know all the right answers. You might not know how to change a diaper. You might not know how to give a girl a bath. Ask the mom. And don't put yourself in any position where somebody could say you are the bad P word that we don't want to, a pedophile. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be careful.
What is this? Where is this going? Where is this
I'm just
going?
saying. I'm just saying.
Where
You
is
gotta
this
be careful.
going?
I'm just saying, yo, because you don't want to be in no bad position where some kid say, "Hey, you touched me the wrong way." No. I gave you the sponge or the rag. You wash that area. I'm not washing it. I had to do that. I'm just looking out for somebody right here. You don't want to get a little too, so you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. But anyway, they look at me as such a father figure, and I would tell you the number one, no, two intangibles is one, first and foremost, you have to be patient. You gotta be patient. Second, you have to be committed to being that father figure.
PNC.
Yep, PNC. That's my tips for any stepdad out there, because there's a lot of them now. Patience and commitment. Patience and commitment. You're taking them to the park. You just think that they're not paying attention. They are. You lift them up when they're down. You don't think that they're paying attention. No. They are. You give them baths. They're paying attention. They're realizing how much you're taking care of them. How you get up in the morning, you cook them breakfast, or you cook them dinner, or I mean, just anything. You play video games with them. You read to them. You teach them how to read. You teach them how to do math. They pay attention to everything. So yeah, that's it's a special, man. It's a special thing, especially getting married, and it's special. I'm so excited for you guys. Can't wait to be at that wedding, man. I can't wait to be at Joe's wedding. I can't wait to be at Joe's wedding.
Hey, you're gonna wait pretty long for that, dog.
Yeah. All right. And speaking of that, Joe.
Long for that, dog.
But speaking about that, Joe, I gotta put you on the spot here.
Oh, Lord,
you're not
go.
where we're at, so you might relate to the other fellas even more, because you are kind of like single. Because unless you're married, you're single. You put it on your job application, your tax. It asks you, are you married or are you single? What? You can't say you have a girlfriend. So you have to bubble up.
Well, that's true. That's true. Well, that's true. I give you that. At first, I didn't know where you were going, but
yeah, man.
Yeah,
it's
application
great. Yeah, I don't know. Apparently they don't have. Oh, I have a girlfriend or a boyfriend. It has to be spouse.
I mean, that's not gonna count. I mean, you can have a girlfriend or a boyfriend that moment, the next probably hour or two. It's all.
Yeah,
it's just that simple.
Yeah, but Joe, what are you looking for, man? What are you looking for? And is there anything? What is the biggest thing that scares guys from taking that big step of commitment? What's holding them back? What's their fear? Talk to the bachelors out here.
Jesus, their fear. I mean, some people just don't want to be married. Like there's those guys that just don't want to be married at all. Now, there's some guys that just have commitment issues, and there's some guys that are just afraid of that path of getting married. And there's some guys that are just, they don't want to give their all. They don't want to put their heart out on the line, because if they do, they're afraid that girl might do whatever, and then now they done open up for somebody, and it done fuck them up. Now they don't want to open up for nobody. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is that you don't know when Miss Right or Mr. Right comes on, but you could see when somebody does care enough about you, right? Because they'll do things out of the ordinary. Those are one of those things that you could see. Now, when finding Mr. Right or knowing if that is Mr. Right, it's going to take time, patience, and getting to know them and being in the same environment with them and seeing if you could adapt or get used to them in their environment and vice versa. They're being in your environment, if you're cool with them being in your environment. Because it's all about your space, your area. Because when you're first born, you're by yourself. It's just you. I mean, yeah, you got your parents, they shift you, they mold you, they they try to put you into the ways that they were brought up. At the end of the day, you're gonna follow yourself. You're gonna take bits and pieces of what your parents give you. You're not gonna take everything that your parents give you. Mind you, you may need to actually do that, but you're gonna take bits and pieces because you're gonna mold yourself into who you would like to be, right? But that's in that same sense, you're still finding yourself. Now, when you're finding yourself and you're going through that whole process, now you're meeting somebody, and now as you're finding yourself, you're trying to find out if this is the person that you are. So this is where I'm trying to get at for people.
Mm-hmm.
Know who you are first. That's the number one thing. In order for you to even think about marriage or being in a relationship, you just have to know you. Know you, love you. Those two things. Understand who you are, what you stand for, what you bring to the table. After that part, if you understand those things, and then you just smash the I love you in that part, I love myself no matter what the fuck happens, no matter what goes on. I love myself. So whoever walks in that door, or whoever she, he, whatever, because there's some people out there that love, both sides. It is what it is. They come in and they're trying to give you sauce, give you the game, give you the juice, whatever you want to call it. It's trying to spit that and give you what you like to hear, give you what you want to hear, and then they do something, like cheat or just hurt you in a mean way, or just treat you bad and things like that. People that learn to love themselves and they deal with that kind of heartbreak could eventually, get over that. I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's like some domestic violence type of thing, like that's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? Or like raping and things like that. Like that's a little bit different. But I'm talking about just like regular, like, oh, he cheated on me. I'm getting cheated countless times. Like, you just gotta learn to consistently and constantly just love yourself. So once you figure out that who you are, what you are, and you love yourself, that's when you should take that step and bring in that whoever that person is that's bringing you that constant, that out of the ordinary constant care and constant love, giving that person a chance to see maybe is he or she that right one for you. So I kind of took that, and kind of trying to figure things out. I know you guys figure everything out already. So at this point, I'm just trying to take a little bit from you, take a little bit from Andy, mix it all up, and hopefully something comes my way. But it's I'm living life right now. When something comes up, when something hits, trust me, you guys will be the first one to know. When it hits, it's just it'll hit, and I'll accept it and I'll love it and I'll cherish it, but not yet, dog.
I got you, man. I got you, dog. And so it was leading me to my next question, because yeah, Joe, you really hit it. You hit it really well, man. You have to love yourself. You don't know how to love yourself. You definitely can't love another person. Shit, not even a kid. You ain't ready for that.
How you gonna love somebody else when you can't love yourself? That don't make no sense.
And what does loving yourself look like? Let me give you a quick little glance, and I'll have Andy chime in. Yo, it's waking up, and it's waking up.
I gotta hear this. What does love look like, Andy? You gotta eat. Oh my God, love got a face, got 10 toes.
No, I didn't say that, Joe. I said, what does confidence? What does being confident in loving yourself look like? It's basically waking up in the morning, knowing that you're gonna go win. It's waking up with confidence. It's waking up with purpose. It's waking up with a vision. If it's hard for you to just do it like me, I just go. I'm one of those people. Yo, Robin, we need you to go do this. What I'm just gonna do, I'm just gonna be that person while everybody is thinking about jumping in the pool. I'm just diving right in that shit.
some people are, I don't know, water might be cold, or some people might just they might be like, man, you know what, I need to hold somebody's hand to do this shit. Me, nah, not me. I'm just diving. I'm diving all the way.
So you're with the reckless abandonment right now. That's what you're doing.
Reckless.
You're just going in. Reckless.
If I bruise my leg, I'm just gonna heal up like Piccolo.
No, real quick though. I want to caveat off that.
Yeah.
Robin, what you were saying, I agree. It's a confidence thing, but I think it's confidence in being rooted of the power that you know that you possess. I think that's what self-love really comes down to. I think sometimes, and just thinking back on my life, right? Very shy kid growing up, very to myself, kind of still to myself, but in a different manner. But it was one of those things where I didn't know the power that I had, you know, and because of that, you know, I had a very low self-esteem. I let other people's words dictate my actions, let other people's thoughts become my thoughts of what I thought about myself. You know what I'm saying? And so it was one of those things when I had to realize and understand, like, okay, you know, I'm not what they say about me. You know, I'm not this, I'm not that, and you know, start and regaining the power that I always had. You know, in loving myself. It was then that I was able to become a little bit more confident, walking my chest a little higher, build my self-esteem. And funny thing enough, when you get to that space, weirdly enough, you know, girls start finding you more attractive. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's like
it's all in the sauce.
No, that's
it's all
real.
In the sauce.
It's like it's the I don't know what it is about it. You ask them, they be like, I don't know what it is. It's just his confidence. You know what I'm saying? Because that individual is good within themselves.
That reminds me of something in high school, in college, when I used to walk into the classroom. Everybody's head would turn around. Who is this person walking in? And then I sat down next to this girl. She was like, I don't know. I don't know her. She don't know me. It was like the second or third day of class. And this is philosophy. I remember like it was yesterday. No small little white girl. Whatever. She was in there sitting down. She sat next to her. You know, chill, relax, waiting for the professor to do the attendance. She said, hi, my name is, I think it was Emily.
Christina?
Or Jasmine. It was Emily or Jasmine. It was one of the two. Emily or Jasmine.
Oh, man.
And she says, hi, my name is Emily. What's your name? I was like, Joe. And then we're just talking about, you know, the class and stuff like that. And she was like, I don't know what it is, but when you walked in, I felt your energy. Energy? What energy? I didn't get that. What was the energy? What did you feel? She said, I felt your energy when you walked in the door. So I'm thinking, you know, this girl is crazy. I just got to college. This girl is out of her mind. She's feeling energy. What the fuck? So no, that's not how it went. She's like, there's this thing, there's this bravado, there's this charisma that you possess in your walk, in your energy, mannerism. She's like, you just have something. Like I could see you being like, she was like, I could see you being a businessman, like, you know, things like that. Like you just carry yourself well. I was like, well, one, I gotta thank my dad, because every single time he'd be like, you know, chin up high, walk straight, chest out, you know, walk with purpose every single time. Walk with purpose. Don't walk like life is over. Walk like you're trying to go somewhere. And every single time I walk, I'm walking like I gotta get somewhere.
Sometimes you don't even know where you're going.
And I don't even know where I'm going. When I'm driving, I be driving like I gotta go somewhere. I'm literally going to the gas station. Nothing crazy. Right. Just get gas. That's all I'm doing. Exactly. Yo, what's up with this guy? Why is he speeding? Listen, I'm not reckless. I gotta go get this gas right now. Like, this is priority right now. I gotta go get this gas. But it's just a bravado, a spunk, a charisma that you need to have And that energy hits waves. It just goes. And this is for people that's been, may feel a little, I can't get girls. I can't. When you're confident, it's a wrap. That don't even matter anymore. You don't even need to talk to nobody. You just need to walk past them. As soon as you walk past them, they neck break. When they neck break, it's time for you to go grab them. That's it. That's it.
Hey, speak up. Hey, Joe, say it in Dragon Ball Z. Say it in the Dragon Ball Z concept. They sense your power level.
Oh.
I ain't gonna lie, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking the same thing when you said it. I sense your, I sense your energy. What's this energy? What is this?
Just listening to y'all stories, I can't believe I didn't even mention it. But a lot of people may think that I'm like this loud ass outgoing guy, but reality was in grade school, I was shy. I was shy as fuck. I wasn't Mr. Loudmouth. I wasn't the guy who was like, yo, I want to be the teacher's pet. Hell nah.
At home you were different though. At home you wasn't like that. At home you're
I was somebody else. Yeah.
But at home you were talkative, but when you're out and about, you wasn't like that. I was like that for a little bit, but then I just kept to myself when need be. That's all it was.
Yeah. But I was just gonna say real quick though, it's funny that you say that, Ron, because if you look at it, and it doesn't change, bro. If you look at it, who were the popular kids? The ones that was quote unquote the confident ones. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it is. And all the girls like popular boys because again they were just
It was
either
it was on that. It was either they had either you had confidence or you had money. I ain't got no money.
None of us, they didn't have money. It's grade school. That was their parents' money.
And some of them had money, but it was just they just didn't get it the right way, I guess. But like just so I can relate, the message that
part. That's high school right there. High school. Listen, you gotta have your confidence by then. At that point, I don't know what to tell you. You need to have it right there because high school will break you. That's another story for another day.
It almost broke me. It almost broke me, man. Because going like what Andy was saying, I was living. I didn't even realize I was doing this, but I was in middle school. I was letting people's opinions dictate my life. Like, gonna be judged if I went out with a specific kind of girl. I wouldn't want to go out with it because I was living off of people's judgments.
Quick question, Andy. You went to TJ, then North Miami?
Yeah. So I went to Horseman, worst year ever. TJ, a little bit better, and then North Miami.
Okay. No, I was trying to figure that out. I don't know why, but that was in my head when you were talking about Andy was there. So I was like, wait a minute, I remember he was in TJ. How did he go to TJ? I was like, oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. But I used to have, like I said though, I used to have like the confidence problem, man. And so like in middle school, I used to be with you remember? I used to have self-esteem issues. It's so crazy. Like I'm talking all dominant and purposeful now, but there was a point in my life I was not like that, dog. I like when I think about all the moments where I could have stood up and I could have been a leader, I should have done it. Like I wish it's because right now it's like, what if? Because when I was on the football team, I noticed that guys used to do this. Me, I didn't have the confidence that they had because when you have the confidence, now you start speaking. Me, I didn't quite have the confidence, but I sure as fuck did take the action. Like I had work ethic, and so I had to find a way to translate the work ethic into confidence. But I didn't figure it out in high school. But in the beginning, while I was in high school, the coaches would just know me for that. Dog, that guy right there, he fucking works his ass off. He runs, he lifts weights. I mean, I went from just benching 95 pounds to 225. Like I was surprising even my older peers, like the juniors and seniors. Like, man, that shit got strong.
They were all making fun of me, like, you weak. And I just remember I used to get bullied when I was in elementary. And they were making fun of me because I was born in Haiti. So
I
what
be
they did was they
forgetting
call
that.
you Boat. Yeah, we were born in Haiti. So if you told people that in Gratney in North Miami, they were like, you a Boat. And so I wonder why I had this mental toughness, and it just brings me back to when I was getting bullied, how I never let it get to me. I just wanted to fight them and just prove them wrong. And I was doing it at a young age, but I was just too young to understand and comprehend it to make that a skill. You know what I'm saying? So now fast forwarding up to fourth grade. So after getting bullied, being called a Boat, those same people, they started like physically bullying me. I remember Andy saw this. We were in the cafeteria. There was three individuals. They were bullying me the whole day, just talking so much shit. You dumbass, you dork, you nerd. Because at the time I didn't have swag. I was going to school with my shirt tucked in. Ask me
Dirk,
why. I don't fucking know
Dirk
why.
was still in. Dirk was still in back then.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy when you said Boat? I was just thinking about like, damn, they call us Boat. But now if you say you from somewhere out the country, boy, you exotic as a
You're
motherfucker,
legendary.
ain't you?
Yeah,
You're
you're legendary now. Oh,
That's
you
what
know how to
that's
speak
what,
another language?
yeah. That shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but anyway, dog, like, so in fourth grade, like I said, Andy knows the story because he was there. These guys were picking on me all day. So we get to the cafeteria, they were throwing food in my face.
Come on,
They were
bro.
throwing, in the cafeteria, fourth grade. They were throwing
You
food in
didn't
my
tell me about
face. Yeah, they were just picking on me, and then they started punching me. That's when it got me. I remember, Andy, I got punched once. I looked at you, and you were the one telling me, yo, don't fight him. I got punched again. And then that's when both
Wait,
of the
so
fists balled up.
wait, hold on. So you got punched in your arm? Like, where did you get
The
punched?
back. In the back. These guys were, I'm talking explosive, just boom. These guys ran into the punch.
Man, I wish I
Into
was
my back.
there, yo. Like, what was I there? Was I even there?
I don't know. I don't know where you were, but
What lunch was that? That was like
so,
10, 30, that might have been like 10, 15, 10, 10
something like that.
Cause like, yeah, I think y'all lunches were like around like 12 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. This was fourth grade. This was in 2002. So I'm over here like I'm getting punched. I got punched second time. Got punched in the second time. And then the third time, I gave Andy this look and I'm like, yo, these guys are gonna get it. So the third guy who punched me, I went after him and I was punching him. And we were fighting. It was a really good fight. I feel like I feel like I won. Other people might have other opinions, but I feel like I won. And so we go into the principal's office. It's so funny. They asked him, "Yo, why were you punching him in the first place?" And he was like, "I just think he's soft. Just think he's soft." But what's funny? But he said, "Well, you can't say he's soft now. You're both in the office. He fought you, obviously." And he said, "Say sorry to him. You were bullying him for no reason." And he didn't even have a reason why he was bullying me. He was only doing it because the leader of his little group was telling him that was the cool thing to do. And then we shook hands. I still don't really like him to this day. If I see him, I still probably would want to fight him. And I'll
Who
do
who
meaner things to him at this point.
who
I'm
is
not
this
going to say his
guy?
name. I'm not going to say his name because he might hear the podcast and I might get
Who
a
is
diss
this
track.
guy? Who is this
Andy
track?
knows. Andy knows who the
Hey,
guy
hold
is.
on.
Who is this guy?
Hey, one thing I do want to say real quick about him.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta forgive him. You gotta let it go. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say that is because kind of going back to the self-love thing. That's power. That's power that you're giving away. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's been all these years. The fact that you remember that story that vividly,
I'm trying to tell
it's been
you.
right. It's been in your heart.
Exactly.
It's been in your heart for a minute. So no,
Yeah.
real talk, like, forgive him, let it go, man. But no, like, it's sad that you brought that up. Like you were saying, the fact that the leader, typically the most charismatic guy,
Mm-hmm.
coolest guy, if you will, he thought it was cool to bully you, and then everybody else followed suit. And that's unfortunate, man. But yeah, man, I'll just say again, you gotta let that go.
Yeah,
The best of
I
your
got you,
ability.
Andy. And so after that, happened, when we went back inside the classroom, all those people bullying me, they stopped. They're like, hey, we thought you were soft, man. And since you fought him, here's a piece of candy. I'll never forget. The guy gave me candy. He gave me a piece of chocolate. I still remember. I think it was a Hershey's.
And I
He
bet
gave
you
me a
ate it.
piece of candy. I did eat
Oh my God.
It's so crazy. But that day, I earned their respect because I stood up for myself. And when I think about that situation propelling me forward, into high school and then my adult life now, I fought adversity. I didn't run away from it. I fought adversity. And that's why a lot of things don't even shake me or break me now, because I remember that shit. I remember it. I remember it. And now for the girls, man, I don't know what the fuck was up with me. I was shy in elementary. I mean, I had this biggest crush on this girl. I was so scared to tell her. I told one guy, and Andy, you remember this. He just said it to the whole cafeteria. Everybody, Robin likes Nike. Like, and I was crying. I still remember I was crying on the spaghetti that I had that was on the tree.
Hey, that
Oh my
spaghetti
God.
was fire. I
With
remember
that
that
piece
shit
of
like it
bread.
was just with that piece of bread.
Oh, man,
Yo, that
yeah.
thing was everything. That thing was everything. I don't care what you say. That shit was fire.
Yeah, man.
Fuck that shit.
So I cried and I stick my middle finger at that guy. I was like, fuck you, fuck you. How could you do this? You told me you was gonna keep it a secret. That's when I realized that niggas wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't remember none of these things, Andy. This is crazy. I remember he telling me these stories. I don't remember who they are.
Andy was there. Andy was there front and center, man.
You
And Andy told
remember
me,
this,
yo,
Andy?
Andy was
Oh,
like, yo, it's gonna be okay, man. You'll be all right. But I was scared, man. I was scared. What would have happened had I told her myself and I didn't have to tell him that like that, and she didn't have to find that way? Maybe her answer would have changed. Maybe it wouldn't. But you know what? If I go there
I thought it was the
confidently,
other
I'll be good.
girl. I thought it was the
Huh?
other girl that he liked.
Yeah, it was a whole bunch of
With,
girls that I liked, and
with,
I never told them
with a
anything.
C? With a C, wasn't it?
Huh?
I thought it was her.
Which girl are you talking about?
Yeah, see, Andy knows.
You must be talking
Andy
about the
knows.
college one. No. At that point, I had confidence, and I'm gonna explain.
What?
I'm gonna explain that one.
No. Andy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But no. I'll go.
Exactly. Eddie knows what I'm talking about. I don't remember this one. She must have been a twig or something.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I know who you talking about. But that was elementary. But you know what's funny? I had the confidence talking to her for some reason. But then after that, I guess because she chose somebody else, my confidence got shot. It got shot. And what's crazy is I was only 12 years old. How did I let that experience just get to me like that? And I just couldn't pick myself back up after that. I really like that girl.
Did you just not hear your age and what you just said? You're 12 years old. Yo,
but I was paying attention.
somebody tell you can't play outside. You gonna cry, kid. It's gonna kill your self-esteem. What are you talking
You're
about?
right. You're right. But Joe, it took
me.
me to 17 to pick it back up.
Well, that's an issue.
Yeah, that was an issue. But the thing is, though, I was an athlete, and and mommy and poppy would be mean, talking about you're too black. Stop going outside. You look ugly. When your mom says that you're ugly, and
Hey,
you're her
listen,
firstborn, that shit breaks your heart.
Haitian households is not for the weak. Haitian households is not for the weak. Not for the
That's
weak.
what got me. Haitian households are not for the weak. But that's what got me. When your mom says you're ugly, when your mom said, why you keep going outside? When your mom says, why are you always playing? Like, I remember I told my mom, yo, I'm in wrestling now. Why are you doing that? Why do you keep playing all these damn sports? Why can't you just come home, study, sit down, go to sleep, and do all that? I'm like, damn, why can't my mom say I'm proud of you?
I mean,
knock me down.
I mean, the only thing I agree with them on that was the wrestling part. I no offense to the wrestlers out there. I mean, listen, that's what you guys love to do. Great. I applaud y'all. It's hard, but I just don't like wrestling.
Yeah.
I don't see the point of wrestling. I'm sorry.
No, right. Yeah, man. But
I know.
after, but now just let me just get straight to the point here. So I liked a couple females in high school, and I was scared to tell them. I always just had crushes. Andy knows this. I just always had crushes. And then Andy and Batman would be like, "Yo, when you gonna tell the girl?" I don't know. I'm gonna wait till she's by herself. by herself comes, you walking up, you know.
What the hell?
Your
Yo,
heart is just beating out.
you had a cartoon character type of like, yo, what the?
My heart
Oh
was
my God.
racing. My heart was racing, and I wouldn't do it. I would just walk away, and then I realized that it was hurting my self-esteem as a person because I was not facing my fear. False evidence appearing real. You have to beat that shit. That's the acronym for fear.
Whatever happened to just Andy like, hey, I got you. What happened to that?
Oh no, we already did the whole. Oh, I'm gonna put you down. I've had homeboys. Yo, can you put me down with that girl? Yeah. And then my homeboy put me down. Told that girl, hey, yo, my boy Robin, he's about to talk to you. What happens? I run away. He's like, yo, she's ready. So I'm walking, and then she's looking at me. I'm scared. All my homeboys in the hood, they know about this. Yo, put me down. Come on, who's been there before? Put me down.
No, real quick. I just want to say, in regards to that, the reason why I couldn't do that is because I was kind of on the same boat in terms of, I think all the girls that I knew, he wasn't feeling like that. So it was one of those things where the ones that he wanted to holler at, I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was out of pocket to even help him out. I think Batman tried to go with somebody though, right?
No, I don't think so. Did he? I'm not sure. Not sure, man. Yeah, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say, man, like you're saying, like things about in terms of like the confidence.
I was walking in those hallways.
I think the funny thing is when you brought up fear, you walk up to the girl, you tell her how you feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the worst thing that could happen,
she say no.
She say no.
That's it.
I think sometimes we just magnify that, or we might think like if you're gonna spill out everywhere, or the cafeteria, we think, oh, if we holler at that time, he's gonna put us on blast for the whole school. I think that's what we think. It's like, oh, he's just gonna put. It's like, nah, she's just gonna say no. Will she tell her girls? She might tell her girls.
No, she will tell her girls.
Yeah, she's gonna tell her girls.
You gonna get laughed at for a couple of days. Probably that week.
No. Here's my thing though. If you approach her confidently, right? You know what I'm saying? She might be, oh yeah, I told him like he came to me. He said I said no, but you know he's pretty. She might give you a compliment and feed you.
Yeah, she might.
Girls.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It all depends on the approach. If you come up to her and you stumbling, yeah, she's gonna put you on blast. But
we out here giving game.
It's a learning block. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's tough because again, and I think we still kind of do it to this day. Maybe not in terms of like dating or courting, but just definitely those things. Like we make things more than what it appears to be. You know, it's I don't know why we do. We just do.
Yeah, you're right. Because just going fast forward to my story, I started realizing, okay, because when I got on the football team, that's when the confidence started hitting me. When guys were saying, "Yo, you strong. Yo, you built." When young guys, because going into my to my junior year, and these younger guys started coming in, and they would see me. They're like, "Yo, that guy, this guy's strong. Yo, yeah, that's the dude he's always lifting the heavy ass weights." For whatever reason, that built some confidence in me because I was dominant in something. And now I'm like, okay, I got the big muscles. Yo, I'm strong. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with me. All right, dog, let's get it. You know, so now because of the footballness, me playing football, now that translated into my confidence. Now I'm walking in rooms with the, like Joe said, the bravado, like, yo, I'm in the fucking building.
Yeah,
my name is fucking Robin. I'm in this building, dog. I'm not no punk. I'm an inspired people. All this, like, so now I met a girl senior year. You know, you know her name. I so her name was
Her name would not be disclosed. We're gonna keep it short. We're gonna continue.
That's why I'm looking at you. You see all the faces I gave you?
I saw Andy do this.
Are you about to?
Andy put that. Yo, man. So
No.
So yeah. So no, for real. So what's crazy is that I didn't do anything. I was just being myself. I realized that confidence is just being yourself. Realize that at 17.
Oh no.
Oh shit. It's just being yourself. That's what it is. That's how you gain some confidence. By just saying, just being yourself. Who you are at home is who you have to be once you get back out. Once you get out there. Oh, okay. I got it. So who am I at the crib? I'm a funny guy. So what was I doing now in front of females? I was making them laugh. And what was happening when I was making them laugh? They're like, yo, this. All of a sudden, you look a little bit better. All of a sudden, your chest is a little bit bigger.
That's real,
all
bro.
Of a sudden, your muscles are big. All of a sudden, your smile look a little better. All of a sudden, they want to rub on you. All of a sudden, they want to hug on you. All it was being
sex.
myself, because I was too busy trying to figure out, oh man, here's the perfect pitch. Oh, you know how many times you replayed in your head, oh, I'm gonna talk to her like this and she gonna be mine. You do that like 100 times. You go up to them and then you freeze. You don't even know what to say. You're like, huh? You know, you just because you replayed it 50 times in your head like a fucking dumbass. Instead of just going to do it.
Because she hit you with a curveball. She always hit you with a curveball. I remember those days. I think
yeah.
I don't even think I had confidence back then, dog. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have confidence.
Nobody did.
I don't think I had confidence. I think my confidence came probably middle school. Felt like I had something. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I had something. High school, it was definitely there. I knew it was there. At that point, I just knew, like, I just looked at myself like, listen, I got this. I mean, I ain't got all the money and all these things that these niggas doing because they scamming out here. But listen, if I had money with what I was doing right now, shit, and I was on the basketball team.
Yep.
Much.
Playing sports.
I had dripping sauce, but the thing, what I was going to get into was sports brings out all of that. Playing sports brings that out. Playing sports brings out when you play football, basketball, soccer, tennis, whatever sport you playing, and you play it and you dominate, and you're the best at it, and you do everything that you possibly can. You're gonna get confidence within that, and then that's gonna come into your everyday life. So every single day when you walk in, you're not the best tennis player. You're the best you. You're not the best basketball player. You're the best you. So once that kicks in, then basketball or tennis or football, whatever it is gonna go through the roof. Plus your livelihood is gonna go through the roof. You got confidence. You walking in there, it's like, yo, it's me. What you mean? I get it done. Right. Anything.
Here's how I knew, here's how I knew that I made the comeback. Like, oh, confidence was over. This fine-ass female, senior year, basically was with some guy for like 4 or 5 years, right? She gets to know me, and all of a sudden she starts having feelings for me. Feelings for me. She wanted to be with me. We, like, this is a female in high school, senior year. This is when I knew I could get with the woman that I'm with right now. Sexy, bad. This was the moment that created. That's how I got the woman that I'm with now. But anyway, so Joe, me and her, we're talking. You want me to say the name so I can get in trouble?
No, don't do that if you don't want to do that. But I'm trying to figure out who it is. Andy killing me with this. Andy killing.
So Joe, I was scared. So Joe, like, that was when the confidence came, because I was just being myself. I was being funny. I was telling her my love for things. She was telling me her love for things. We kept staring at each other, and I was walking her to class. Next thing I know, it was one particular day. I walked to the class, and we were literally, I was like, hey, so, we here. And we were staring at each other. We could have kissed in the hall. I wanted to go for it, but I got so scared. But it's because she had a boyfriend, and I think it was just me in my young subconscious mind saying, yo, she's with somebody. You don't know if this guy's gonna come up to the school, figure out who you are. Let's relax. But I remember I just got done. I was about to graduate. I told her how I felt. I was like, look, I want to be with you. I like you everything. And then she broke my heart. She broke my heart because she said that, you know, I want to be with you too, but I love this guy. I've been with him for like 5 years. And I remember just I looked all tough. I was like, okay. And then as soon as she walked away,
you did the right. You did the right.
But
thing.
I cried like a baby.
You did the right thing.
So
Because if it was me, I would have got that kiss in. And then I'd have been all right. Well, at least I kissed her. This shit, fuck it.
Like, you're right.
I should
have probably did that. But yeah, dog, when she told me, you know, we can't be together. Like, what I'm doing is wrong, you know, and I'm like, oh, no, you're not. And my mom's like, no, you're not. Just be with me. Your boyfriend's ugly anyway. Because I've seen the guy before.
Yeah,
you
who
know,
is
so
this
I'm
guy?
like, you know, man, he's nobody. But anyway, dog, I was like, dog, just be with me. But it's so crazy when you're going through all that shit in your.
I don't know no stories, Andy. Right now, I don't know no stories.
It's okay. Just learn from it. Just learn from it. But then but yeah. So Joe, like I said, I was just crying. Like I was crying, but after I picked the tears off, I wiped them off. I was like, yo, you just told a girl how you felt. This has been your fear for how many fucking years? Ever since that one girl rejected you in 6th grade? Here you go, 6 years up to 12th grade. Now look what happened. The tables have turned now, huh? Oh, this is what confidence is. You're not only, you have to just be yourself, but you need to be yourself while expressing yourself. I don't even know if anybody caught what I just but you have to, yep, but it's true. You have to be yourself while expressing yourself, because it makes it a lot more, like a lot much easier. Right, Joe? Yeah. So I know you following me, Andy. That's how you do it. But enough about this. Like, shoot, we were talking about this for a good minute. I ain't gonna lie, it was good. And so, Joe, that leads me to the next segment. What do you do? Now, I'm gonna ask you this, Andy. What do you do when a woman basically completely opens up their heart to you in a relationship? How do you respond? Go ahead, sir, because let me know that day when you knew Eureka completely let her guard down with you and trusted you 100%. And you're like, I could literally just ruin this, or I could just keep building on this, and the rest is history. Because I know you had that moment.
Big pause. I feel like the only person that can answer that is Eureka. But go
ahead. Nah, man, that girl's in love with Andy. Even anybody from the outside could tell. But anyway, go ahead, Andy.
Pretty much, man. Listen, it's as simple as that. But when I say listen, not just with your ears. It's like you want to listen in the sense of, if she's being vulnerable with you, get into that vulnerable statement as well. You know what I'm saying? Drop your guards down, let the jump into the side, and really be in that moment with her. That's number one. And then from there, depending on what she tells you, if it's something which requires action from you, diligently take those actions. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's honestly as simple as that. I feel like sometimes when girls try to get to that state with their spouse, with their partner, or whatever, I feel like sometimes it's not fully getting received by their partners, and that could kind of lead to frustrations because they now feel like, I can't be open with this person that's supposed to be, my potential boyfriend or husband. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's just listening and being where they are, being empathetic if you can. It's really that simple.
Yo, hell yeah, Andy, I'm with you, dog. Cause when it happened with my wife is when she was doing things that she said, "Oh no, this guy broke my heart doing this. I'm not about to do this with you." Here's like me, my shit's a little more graphic. Mine's a little. Yo, when they are spoiling you financially at levels that you can't even explain, they're opening up. Like you said, Andy, they're vulnerable. They're being vulnerable, and you should be vulnerable with them as well, so you can receive that moment. Make sure your spirits are with unison with each other. So when she was doing that, when she was spoiling me, when she was coming out to see me, like I said earlier, driving 2 hours away, and I didn't have no job. Most fathers would be like, "This is a fucking bum. He ain't got no damn job. He hasn't even graduated college. What the fuck you doing driving out to go see this bum ass nigga?" You know what I'm saying? Because I have daughters too. So as a father,
but you in class. I mean, but you in school, man.
it don't matter.
I think that'll be a little different.
No, so the father is gonna ask, does he even have a job? If the girl says no, it's a wrap because the dad's gonna be like, "Oh my god, he doesn't even have a job."
I mean, but you had a job.
No, kind of, but it don't count. On campus job, stay whack. They're whack. Seasonal. Got paid every 3 weeks, and it was only $75 or $144. Yo, it was that bad, dog. It was that bad. But like I was saying though, in that moment, in that moment, Andy, when she was driving out 2 hours to come see me, I was like, yo, only a person that truly loves you would do this. You know how many people would make an excuse for something like that? Oh my God, you live too far. 2 hours and you're seeing me every other weekend? You know how many miles she put on her car? You know how many oil changes she must need? There was a time she came to see me and her tire went flat. And she still came to come. Like, dog. That's when I was like, this is the one right. This one is she's literally letting herself vulnerable with me. And I had a moment too. I was vulnerable with her. She said, "How do you feel about me when we got laid down? We got done just making love." You know what I'm saying? So she asked me,
"Yeah, the pillow talk." I said, "Pillow talk."
Yeah.
She caught you nice. She done laid it on you, and then she asked you for a question. You're going to give her everything she want to hear.
Because I busted a nut. Yeah, you're right. So anyway, yo, we got to bust a nut. That's what gets us a little tender. But anyway, she basically, she asked me,
dude, I'm go ahead. Go
ahead. She asked me, "How do you feel about me?" And I don't know how this happened, dog. Promise you, Joe and Andy. Kid you not. I started telling her how I felt about her, and tears started running down my eyes because I remembered what just happened in that last relationship, and I was so thankful about what happened in this relationship. And I was like, I would never take this for granted because I realized what happened in the past, the garbage that I was in, and how I never want to go back into that garbage. And I'm just going to finesse this treasure, finesse this, be with it. Like, yo, I'm not God. I'm not taking this for granted. This is for me. This woman ain't gonna be with nobody else. Ain't nobody gonna love her as good as me. Ain't nobody else gonna give her the dick like I give her the dick. Like, yo, this is for me. You know what I'm saying? This is for me. And that's actually a moment where it happened because
Oh my God.
No, go ahead. Talk, man.
You know when you're with somebody else, because I remember the first time we did it, she said, "Hey, I'm thinking about being celibate with you because I felt something I had never felt before." I was like, hold up, celibate? Nah. I ain't doing no celibate. I was on the phone with her for an hour.
There he smacked it so good. She said she gotta be celibate.
Yeah. I'm
I'm telling you, man. And I was like, nah. We ain't about to do it. And that's the thing. Think about it. You've been with two guys, and they you know, you've been with a couple of dudes, and they were on some bullshit. You end up having kids with them, and so your heart got ran over before, but now you're with somebody else, and you thinking, oh shit, is he gonna do the same? I was like, nah, man. See, nah. I was always one of those guys where it's like, yo, we could smash if you want to get serious. Let's go. You know, I wasn't one of those guys. You smash and you run away like a fucking rabbit. You know, I'm just like, it was good. You want to get to know me? I'll get to know you. Let's give this a shot. So you don't feel like I just took your spirit away. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody know that, you know, when you have sex with somebody, you're basically sharing their spirit. Their spirit follows you, right, Andy? You could explain that because you you understand it a little bit better than most people. But yo, that is the truth. You know, your spirit is with that person's spirit is with you, and your spirit is with them. Believe it or not. But however, if you are very tough-minded and you could kind of mask your spirit, so there's, you know, I guess release, it's possible too. There's some people that just have sex just to have sex, man. It ain't nothing to do.
There's professional people at it too. They do it for a living.
They made that term called fuck buddy for a reason. That's when I heard it when I was in college. I was like, okay. And Andy calls it Cuddy.
Cuddy buddy. Oh my God. I forgot about that. Yo. Use
Girl,
that.
I'm gonna take you
to use that.
A-Town. Yeah, man.
No, wasn't that a song?
Yeah. Cuddy buddy. Mike Jones and T-Pain.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, dog. But when they open up for every guy out there, what most guys tend to do, some guys that are evil, they'll be like, "Oh shit, I'm about to press the crap out of this sponge. I'm gonna take all the water out of it and then just throw it away." But there's other guys that are like, "Yo, this has never happened before. This girl's really giving this everything, or he's giving this everything that he or she's got." And I didn't experience that in the last relationship. This right here, this moment is where you can either strengthen your character or you can weaken your character. Because if you do something bad to that person, the universe has a way of getting your ass back. You're gonna get struck by lightning. So, like, here's an example. When Usher was with Chili, I was like, yo, that's the cutest couple. When Confessions came out, I was like, uh-oh, Usher done fucked up. I was like, Usher, this is my confession. I was like, damn, nigga. And then you hear that line. She said she's 3 months pregnant and she's keeping it. I was like, what? Usher, you cheated and you got the girl. Come on, man. I was like, damn, Usher. Why? And that was a fire ass. That was a fire ass album though, man. But damn, man, I wanted Usher and Chili to stay together. You know, when I saw that
makes the best albums, dog. It's always Pain. It's always Pain.
That shit is crazy, dog. And he was saying, I ain't ready for no kid. Yes, you are. You nutted inside of her. Usher.
Nah, he wasn't ready for no kid. Nah,
you're a millionaire. You have money. You don't have to call was a jam. But what I'm basically trying to say is if you look at Usher's love life and you look at Chili's love life, it ain't that good. It hasn't been good ever since those two were together. That's all I'm saying. The universe has a way of getting, especially Usher. Usher's going through some shit. You see what happened about the this nigga gave me herpes and shit. Like, Usher's still going through it. Currently, dog. He just got to make that song. What was that song called? The new one he just made, Andy? You know what I'm talking about? The R&B song Usher just made. I think don't let me go. I don't even remember. Just Don't Let Me Down. I think that's what it's called. Just don't let me. You haven't seen it? But he just got out of the crib because he was depressed because guys were saying, yo, Usher gave me herpes. Now that breaks a nigga's soul. Especially if I'm not, you know. Oh man. But yeah, though. But yeah, but now we have to, like, if you guys have anything else you guys want to say about this topic about what to do when a woman opens up. Joe, do you have something to say?
That's all I gotta say. This is the new wave today. This is the new wave today.
All right. All right. So here are my questions for the health guru himself. Because, we know we got some people that are working out. Because, Andy, I don't know. For a whole month now, we've been going strong. I hope everybody out there is going strong. Don't get fat in this pandemic. Don't make no excuses. Work out, sweat, feel great.
Or get fat and don't give a fuck.
You know what? That works too. But just make sure your blood pressure's under control. Make sure you're not nowhere near getting a stroke.
That's called sarcasm for you people out there. Sarcasm, because I know that there's gonna be one.
Why would he lie to me like that, Andy?
Yeah,
Andy, why would he just lie to me like that? I just
agree with No, I don't know why you agree with me. Yo, get your ass in shape. Stop being on the couch, being couch potato. Get your ass in shape. Go do something.
This guy just lied him off.
Let's go, Andy.
I'm just agreeing with the man.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's get these people right.
All right, man. Yeah, man. But here's the question. Right. So, Andy, here's the question I asked Joe. Can a woman or a man still be healthy can a woman or a man still be healthy with a gut? Is it possible that you could still be in great shape, but you got a little gooch or pouch?
Yeah, so first and foremost, in regards to that question, man, one thing that I would say is that, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. Yeah, so in regards to that, it all depends on well, first and foremost, it depends. Because let's just say, because I'm thinking like a sumo wrestler, right? Larger body individual. However, they want to.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but however, they want a top tier athlete, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but if you look at them, if you look at that person, you don't know they're a sumo wrestler, you might think this person obviously out of shape. Keeping it to America, though, there's a gentleman by the name of Jack LaLanne. Very popular. He's known as the Godfather of fitness because back in the 1950s, he pretty much implemented the way the fitness industry is now. He was kind of the originator of it, right? And he had this saying that your waistline is like a key indicator of your lifeline. So pretty much the bigger that it is, 9 times out of 10, good indicator of possible health issues that might ensue in that individual. Diabetes, high blood pressure, etc., etc. If it was a leaner waistline, then you're more healthy. And so it's just one of those things where I think that's where people kind of believe that, because of my gut, because I have all this extra fat, I'm not healthy. And it has been proven that there are some correlations, but it still all depends. Sometimes it could be genetics, in which somebody could just have a larger frame. They can have a little bit more weight in that region, but they're solid. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen actually bigger guys, but they're solid, even though they have the gut. So it all really depends. Now, if the individual is sedentary, if the individual their job is not very active, they got to get that fixed. You know what I'm saying? They be more active is what I would say. However, if the individual is active, moving around all over the place, and they still have that, then it might just be a diet issue. And simply just to answer the question, that's not the end all be all to indicate whether somebody is healthy or not. You know what I'm saying? But I could see why people might think that and associate so hardly with that.
Right. Yeah, it's that stigma outside. If you're ripped, you're it. But it's crazy, man. That's another podcast. That's so stay tuned, y'all. We're gonna talk.
You're it.
Yep.
Never heard of that. That's ridiculous. Whoever keeps making these weird ass sayings.
That's me.
Hey, and remember, if you're ripped, you're it. Niggas making these things up, man.
I don't know, man. I got a creative mind, but my next question for you, Andy, is what workouts gets rid of love handles?
So I think we talked about this before. I think Steph asked me, and you can't spot reduce is what I told her. So I think a lot of times people believe, all right, I want to going back to the gut. I want to get rid of this guts. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the first thing that I like to tell people, or not tell them because they might get a little bit offended, but I like to ask them and say, let me ask you this: how long did it take you to get to the point where you are right now? If you just happen to be overweight, right? Like that just didn't happen overnight.
Yeah.
So it's
took
like
2
one of
months
those
for
things
me.
where it's one of those things where it's like you have to understand that it's gonna take some time to lose it. And so when people say I want to lose this particular area, I ultimately tell them that they can't spot reduce. You have to lose it overall. Now when you start to lose it overall and that starts to come down a little bit, then we can start focusing on the toning of that area. And that would like different exercises that I can do. So it might be anything from leg lift variations of crunches, like reverse crunches, side bends, planks, stuff like that. But if we do that stuff now while they're still overweight, they'll develop the strength, they'll develop the muscle. But because they still have the fat, you're still not going to be able to see it. Then on top of that, that will be a diet would be a huge thing as well. But it's just one of those things where they first have to lose the weight, and then you can sculpt and trim and make it look the way that they want.
So in other words, you can't lose your love. You can't lose the belly fat or the love handles. You have to lose the weight overall and then tone and shape
Exactly.
your body.
You can't spot.
Can't lose it,
Which,
people. You gotta
right.
lose the weight all over. That means head too. If your head
Oh,
got
yeah.
fat, you gotta lose it.
Yeah. So the third question, Andy, you already was touched on it. It was, basically what you were telling Steph when she asked, how did she get rid of arm fat? Because there's a lot of women that struggle with that. Like, what do they do to burn that? Yeah, that squiggly wiggly. Yeah, that arm fat. Yeah. What do you?
Take that
No,
back.
the funny thing is though, is like I do the same thing. Like it doesn't necessarily go away. It's still there. But like I said before, man, if it's excessive, it's just one of those things where again, by you losing weight overall from head to toe, um, building more muscle because your body burns more calories uh, to maintain the muscle that you have, vice fat that you have. So just making those smaller changes and incorporating more strength training. Again, not in just that one area, but whole body. And you're building that muscle. That's where you start to trim down all the way. And then from there, like I said before, lose a little bit more weight. We could then start. They will start to see the change in their body by themselves. Like typically, I think I had this that I was training. She was on the bigger side, and as she started to lose the weight, she did mention her arms. As she started to lose the weight, she was losing weight overall, and then she just noticed that she got the little crease here on her arms out of nowhere. She wasn't paying attention to it because she was losing weight everywhere else as well. You know what I'm saying? I didn't just have her do tricep extensions, dips, and stuff like that. Like, no, we did compound movements. That's working in multiple joints, multiple muscle groups, squats, deadlifts, stuff like that. And then over time, like I said before, she lost weight overall, and then her arms started to come down as well. So it's just one of those things where, first and foremost, don't get on a piece of cardio equipment. Don't rely on the cardio equipment. If you're going to use the cardio equipment to lose weight, make it short, make it sweet, make it intense. So like sprint intervals and stuff like that. Don't go for long distance runs because that's not going to develop the muscle that you need to keep that weight off. You lose weight during the workout, but then after that, you're not losing any more weight. Again, by you building muscle, you're losing weight every single day. You burn more calories. Again, to maintain muscle. That'll just be my tips. Just incorporate strength training.
Right. And you remember that one question that we spoke about earlier, Andy. I mean, a few days ago, Andy, which is really good, was basically I saw a guy, Joe, on the infomercial say, don't, like, I think he said, don't do no, my bad. He said doing cardio doesn't help you lose weight. It just helps you burn calories. And I had to ask Andy, yo, because I'm doing cardio before I work out. So I'm getting a good sweat in because I'm thinking I'm burning some fat. I know I'm burning some fat because I'm noticing some differences. So I was like, man, this guy, is he right? Or is he bullshit? I was like, so let me ask the health guru himself. And Andy, what was that you
So in
were
regards to that,
saying?
I was saying that he's partially right, and normally that's how they sell. They don't tell you the whole truth. So he says cardio doesn't help you lose weight; it burns calories. In order for you to lose weight, you need to burn calories.
Burn calories.
You know what I'm saying? But he said though, it doesn't help you lose weight; it helps you burn calories. But you can't. You know what I'm saying? And so I think what he meant was it's kind of what I alluded to before, in terms of like people live and die. And don't get me wrong, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure that I say this. The best workout, the best type of exercise is the one that people do. So it's one of those things where, hey, you're getting on a treadmill, and that's it's either you get on a treadmill, do cardio for like hours on end, or do nothing. Go ahead, do that cardio for hours on end. But if your main goal is to have permanent weight loss and you want to have a tight figure, what you want to do is, like I said before, high intensity interval training, and incorporate some strength training as well. And that's probably what he was saying. I think it was like kind of like a YouTube. He said it was a YouTube commercial, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what he's kind of going to. He's going to say it. He said what he said, that cardio machines doesn't help you lose weight, help you burn calories, and then he's going to change up and say you want to do strength training. And if you do cardio, you'll make it short and intense. That's normally how it goes. So yeah, don't get caught with the okie doke. That's a partial lie. So.
Oh man, I got you, Andy. Yeah. Thanks for holding me accountable to losing weight. We all been hitting it for a whole. Well, actually, for you, Andy, it's forever. I've never heard you ever tell me you've gone a month without working out. So it's just me and Joe that go through that crap. You know, just people that are just normal and just sometimes you struggle. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't work out.
Did I tell Andy about the trainer? I had a trainer. I was working with him for a little bit up here in Tallahassee. Because my girl wanted me to get part of it and stuff like that. But it you know, it was pretty good. It was pretty intense. I mean, I lost weight pretty quick. Got down. It was a lot of core, it was just, all of it was just intense and going to the next workout. It's like just as quick as possible. Like that's how he gets you. And I did it for a week, and I mean, I lost 10 pounds, but I was also eating right. So a whole week, just lost 10 pounds. But the thing about it, the way my body is, I lose weight quick. So that's always gonna happen. That's why my brother always get mad because I be losing weight. It's not because, I just do the right thing, which I do. But it's just, I just shed weight fast. That's all it is.
Okay. Easy for you to say. It's all good.
Okay.
I'll give yourself. I'll see you at the gym.
Yeah,
I'll see what you got.
I'll be there.
You bench. Yeah, bench and squat.
How much I bench? Now listen, we're not doing the benching thing. That's not happening. Okay. I may challenge you with squatting. That's about it. But benching, I'm just
right. Yeah, man. But y'all boys, this was a great ass episode. I'm happy we did it on Zoom. Shit is great, man. I hope everybody got a lot of takeaways on it. Yeah, I'm still on. Yeah, but hopefully everybody I'm pretty sure a lot of people got a lot of takeaways on it. Workouts, and you hilarious. Workouts, love life. Shit, what else, man? What else, Joe? Oh, and then the confidence within yourself.
You're damn right. I was about to say
Yep.
that was the most important one. If you didn't say that, I was looking at you like you had a
Oh
whole
man.
segment on confidence, dog. A
Oh
whole
man.
Oh yeah, I
segment.
was going in. I didn't even realize I was gonna go in on that. You know, there's some things I don't know that's gonna come out, man. And what? And Joe, what was the it thing that you said? You said if
But
you're not fit, you're not it.
no, that's not me. I didn't. Don't incorporate me with that quote. That quote is by somebody else. I did not say that. Like, nah, you ain't fit. It ain't it. No, that's that. I'm not putting that shit on the t-shirt. Shit not going on the t-shirt. But you know what is
Yo,
on the t-shirt? Ace Fit. That's on
yep.
the t-shirt. Brought to you by Ace Fits himself. Get it at your local Walmart. Nah, I'm playing.
Hey yo,
Not yet.
if anybody needs a personal trainer,
In the
reach
central
out to us
area,
and and we will holler at Andy. And
Florida,
if they're in a different state, maybe Andy will still work with
Orlando.
them.
No, yeah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter where it's at,
He's
man.
worldwide, virtual.
There you go. Let the Zoom will work out, and he'll do the same workout that person's doing. Man, that's intense. Yeah, man.
Why
But
you
yeah,
stopping?
dog. Huh?
I'm saying, like, if he's on the virtual thing, it's gonna kind of be weird. Like, he's working out with you, and then the person stops. Let's go. Why you stopping? And then they just could just like hang up the phone, and he's like, how does that even work?
No. But no, go ahead, Robin. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Hey, yo, man. Yo, we can't. So Andy will train you worldwide. Don't matter where you at. My man will help you and get you right. Ace Fits. My man will have a gym very, very soon. I'll be part of that gym. Working
Damn
out is
right.
big. This podcast, we talk about life, health, and entrepreneurship. Let's get it, baby. Thank you for tuning in on another episode and rocking with your boys, Rob Gio, and the newest addition, the guy who's the glue to our foundation, Mr. Andy Calix. Yo, y'all boys, I am signing off. Another episode of Real Talks, Real Views is in the books. Y'all boys take it easy.
Baby.